guys? So last video of today for me, this is a gem blue. That's the type of cerakote. Gem blue and black Kraken. And if you've noticed, you might have seen this before, but it was the exact opposite of this. So we did an inverse of it. Actually, I think we kept the same. I think we kept with black with the gem blue on the inside instead of gem blue with the black. I think we kept the same style. Sometimes I like when they're opposite the case for that color change, and sometimes I like when they go with the case. So that's just one of those things. So gem blue in the background, black raised Kraken that we pipped going around it. Then black bezel with gem blue down inside, black crown. And if you look, we got your Kraken lasered out in there. Kraken on the side of the case, and Kraken on the clasp with my little BVW down here at the bottom. Low profile exhibition caseback, black rotor, and a stainless steel movement holder in there. White handset that has like a nice like light blue teal kind of look loom to it, with a custom painted white second hand that we did with more of a teal dot there. That is not a loomed dot, that is paint. So I'll grab my flashlight that always just gets put just out of arm's reach, so you can kind of see what looks like what. So there you go. Bezel will turn left. Bezel will turn right. They do not click, but I put them on extra tight with the tension ring, and the cerakote also helps that. You shouldn't accidentally really bump this because it does come out, but they're put on there a little bit tighter for you. Automatic mechanical, so you can wind it, you can wear it, you can put it in a watch winder, but if it's dead or you're not going to be very active, make sure you wind it up just a little bit to make sure you don't lose time throughout the day. And how you do that is you back the crown off the threads and so you hear it clicking. At that point, you can wind. And a wind is a click away from, or is a twist away from you. Twisting it towards you doesn't do anything, but it's a lot easier to keep your finger spacing and just go back and forth. So you want to pull out slightly, because if you don't, you'll start threading it back on. But you don't want to pull it out to your click. When you engage your clutch, that is for the time setting. And you can't go back to winding it unless you screw it all the way back down and disengage the clutch. So you'll pull it out just slightly. You'll notice you get a little bit of flux there, and I'll get into that here in a second. So if you do this for 4 or 5 seconds before you put it on, even if you're not very active, you will keep time throughout the day. But yeah, slightly pull on this, because if you don't, it will start going back on. You'll know what I mean once you have it, but I do it like this because I can keep my finger spacing. And if you feel that it starts to go on, just pull it right back. It comes right back off those threads. So you'll get a feel for it. The cerakote adds that extra tolerance layer on there that you got to kind of work against. But you will figure it out in 5 seconds. Once you're good with your, if you do it for something closer to 20 seconds, you're going to max out your 31 plus hour power reserve on it, which is what I do because I'm not wearing around your watch to make sure it's good. So when you're good winding it, pull it to the one and only click, and you can now set your time. You'll notice that wobble crown, that's a design feature. Does not allow you to put any adverse pressure on that stem and on the movement. So if you're pushing and prying on it, you won't get it. If you pull it straight, you won't even feel it. Okay, Google, what time is it?
It's 4:50 p.m.
4:50 p.m. And then when you're good, push it back over. You'll hear like a click. Then you'll know you're out of the time setting. I kind of smack it over to kind of throw that stem back into there, because once it disengages the clutch, then you can screw it down and you're out of the you're not in a wind setting, but you're out of the time setting. So that's your build, man. Thought it came out pretty kick-ass. I'm a big fan of this case, man. I like this color. Good look. My guy said if you get a scratch in it, you don't take it down to silver. WD-40 or gun oil should take it out. he said that the cerakote is pretty forgiving, but I would advise don't do anything you wouldn't do with your car. So if you don't want to rub your car on a brick wall, don't rub this against the brick wall, you know? If you wouldn't open a door with your car, don't use your watch to open the door. But there you go, man. As with every build, it comes with matching beads. Entirely up to you whether you wear them, but you probably should because they're kick-ass and they go well. You're going to have this in a black Kraken box. You'll get your build and warranty cards here a little bit later. I hadn't ordered them. For whatever reason, I thought I did, but I did not. So they'll come a little bit later in a separate box. Every build comes with watch clearance. This is good on all glass and metal parts of this watch as a whole. Non-streaking, non-toxic, non-residue. You'll also have some fine scratch remover. This is Novus 2 from Amazon, just repackaged. It's like poly watch because you've got an acrylic glass and you can scratch it. But if you do, no big deal. Put a tiny bit of this on it and buff against it using your included microfiber. Go back and forth against the scratch, filling the scratch, and then buff it out with your thumb. Generate some heat with your thumb will help. But don't go with the scratch or you'll be taking the stuff that you just put in there right back out of it. So there you go, man. That's your build. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate you, man. Hopefully it is one of many, not just your first build. So I think this is Kraken build 122 or 3. I'm not sure. Something like that. I'll look whenever I get it typed in. But I appreciate you a ton, man, and hope you love it. If you want me to build you something custom and unique, reach out. Thank you all for watching. And if you want to continue to see videos like this, like and subscribe as I put them up all the time. Thanks, guys.